Found him. Well, it's Thursday morning. Get all the guys out. Rob see a doe. I was right around 4 o'clock last night. It's about when I saw my one and only daylight deer yesterday. It was just real warm, but it's 43, 44 right now. It's only supposed to get up to 50. Temperature's not going to change a lot. Overcast, which I like, and there's a little moisture on the ground, so it should be halfway quiet. I'm going into that area I was in last night. That one trail, I mean, there was a scrape every 50 yards on it, and I see that doe in the next cut over, so I'm gonna go in on his scrape line and try to figure out where he's looping down, because I know he's checking these does in here too, so just try to figure out kind of what his pattern is or where he's running anyway. So it's the morning plan, unless somebody calls and texts and says they got a deer down. But well, let's go. So I followed that trail with the scrape line, cut through the open woods. Nothing for signing through there. And now I'm in, this was probably cut 15 years ago, 10, 15 years. And they cut just a year or two ago, up above here, but starting to see some deer sign. I don't know, I just like this kind of woods right here, always seems to have deer in it, so. I'll slow down a little bit. The wind's starting to blow some, so that'll help a little bit with the noise. Another rub up here. A little bit. I know he's got a big foot, but I think he's got a pretty big rack too, I'm guessing. Really like to look at him. I'd say that one was made last night. There's a bunch of tracks coming up this Twitch trail here. Looks like they probably went across the road. Head over there next, see what we can find. Well, it's Friday morning. Southwest wind today. It's going to be temperature-wise about identical to yesterday, but overcast and slight chance of a shower this afternoon. So not horrible, but not perfect either. Rob saw a little button buck there yesterday. Same spot he saw that doe the day before. Bob didn't see anything. We did see two moose when I dropped them off. They watched them for a little bit this morning. On the way out last night, we see a little 6-pointer in the road and a doe and a lamb come across the road, and I got a picture of a big 8-pointer on one of the trail cameras at 8:30 last night. So they've been moving a lot at night. Hopefully they'll move around during the day today. But I'm actually in a totally different spot, headed south. I'm a little bit closer to where I killed my last 2 bucks. We actually shed hunting, saw a lot of buck sign in here, Sasha and I, this winter. So I'm gonna walk around and see what's going on this fall. I know there's usually some big bucks around here, and see if we can't find one or at least sign on one. So let's go. Well, I'm in the middle of a cedar swamp right now. A text from Bob. He had a 6-pointer walk up to him this morning. He really wants a big one, so he let it go, which is good. I got a feeling if it walks out in front of Rob or Dean next week that it's probably not going to make it through the day. But I didn't see the deer sign I was hoping to see around that cut there, but I've seen several bucks run across the road here at night, so I know they're coming up through here somewhere. I'm angling over south to a little brook. The woods are so dry, I figure maybe they gotta be around some water. I'll check that out, then I'll make a big loop around. There's another brook to the north of me, and I'll hunt that back around to the truck. So yeah, it's good that Bob saw a deer. Hopefully we'll start running into some more deer sign in here, but we'll see how it goes. right there on the edge of the cut. I'd have seen horns if they were big, so I think it was a couple does. It's raining now. Getting pretty close to the brook. Good luck. Well, Saturday morning, real windy. So everybody's seen deer. As you can see, we got Aaron with us today. He took Rob out to a secret spot this morning. Hopefully we can get a buck in front of him. Bob's back in the spot he's been in. It's just a real good spot, and it's just a matter of time there. Aaron and I are checking out a spot. We got a tip from a buddy of ours, so there's big dead water down there. He said there's some deer down in there, so we're gonna go check it out and see what we can find. So last day, hopefully someone gets one. But everybody's seen deer. Chad's seen a buck. Bob's seen a buck. Be nice if we could. If everybody see a big buck today and shoot it, it'd be great. But we'll see what happens. Bat. Doe. Dug that one out pretty good. I'm headed out to the truck. Just sent Aaron a message. Chad shot at a little buck, so I'm gonna go see if we can find it. What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
So I was over there first.
Yeah.
Went back to the house.
Yeah.
Made sure my phone was going.
Yeah.
Came up here. Decided to go out there. Walked in, sat for a couple minutes. Decided to get up and walk. As soon as I get up behind there a little ways, there he is, just standing there. Yeah.
you when you shot? Okay.
Where was the buck?
Right where his hat is. Yeah. Was he broadside to you?
Yep. I'm gonna circle around.
Yeah. Found him. Congratulations, man. First
Awesome.
deer.
Thank you. Yes.
Look at that little buck. Better than nothing.
Hey.
It's better than nothing. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah. Good job.
Ain't no biggin', but
No, you'll eat good.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
First one's the hardest one anyway. Well, good deal. We'll get him dressed and drug out of here. We got Chad's buck hung up, and I got a couple hours here I can hunt, so we get back out in the woods. Bob sent a message, said he missed a big one this morning, late morning, and then he jumped another one later, so he's still at it. Yeah, Aaron, I see Aaron made it to the spot he wanted to get to. Hopefully he see a big buck run in there last night, so maybe he'll catch up with him. And oh, who knows what we'll see. But let's get up there. I'm behind one of them little ponds that one of those big bucks is running around. I found a scrape line here, an old road that goes through. Not a whole lot of the deer sign in here. I think this might be more of a pass-through spot. Right there. What's that?
It's a beauty.
Yeah. Are you sitting or walking?
I had just got back from a short walk. I was in this spot. My legs were getting wicked stiff, super windy. Took a little lap, and I wasn't hunting, and I probably was walking like 15 or 20 yards to my spot. I got there and I turned, and there he was, 30 yards in front of me. And he had stopped and he was staring at me, so I think he was probably watching me. So I picked up my gun. He did a 180. Started going right behind a clump of trees. Got a bead on him and I took a shot. He walked 10 feet, stood still in the next lane. So I chambered another round and I was right on him and I misfired.
Oh my God.
I was like, what the fuck?
Chad said he had a misfire when he first tried to shoot that buck.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I rechambered a round and there was no round in it. My bolt wasn't pulling bullets from the clip. So I had to kind of jimmy it. Finally got another bullet in. He was 60, 80 yards away.
Yeah.
Behind a ton of brush. So I let another one fly. He kept walking, so I ran probably 50 yards to these giant spruce trees that had fallen, but all the needles were still on.
Yeah.
And they were like 7 feet tall, so I couldn't see anything on the other side of it. I worked my way around, nothing. And I thought, motherfucker. So I walked around, looked for blood and hair, couldn't find anything. Didn't even see the prints where he was kind of bolted. You never did go to the right or left, far left, to the tree line.
Yeah.
So I slowly started walking there, kind of focused on my thought of what would be over there, and the deer jumped and went into the line, cedar line. I wonder if it was him.
Yeah.
You think he would have come back?
He might have. Didn't seem like he was tearing it out of there, huh?
Not at 100 miles an hour, but I bet like 30 or 40.
So even though it was, the wind was brutal Saturday there, everyone saw a buck that day. Chad got his in the morning. Rob he thought it was a doe at first, come kind of running by him there, and he bleated at it and it walked back out, but there's a little spike horn. He decided to let that go. So I think that was the third or fourth deer he'd seen. Bob had that encounter with that big buck, and unfortunately it didn't work out, but at least he did get to see a nice one there after passing on the little 6-pointer the day before, and Chad got his very first deer, so can't really complain too much. Next week we got Dean, Mark, Mike and Mike coming, so stay tuned for some more deer hunting action.